Dethatching the yard today and then mulching, because you end up with a lot of stuff from dethatching, and I broke my belt. So good thing is I've got a belt on hand. This belt had chunks missing out of it but was still going, so I initially thought it wasn't that great of a belt because I saw that, but it just kept lasting. So there's different types of belts you can get for these things, and the OEM one's probably the best, but they're the most expensive. There's what's called Kevlar, and then there's what you want is you want this multiple threaded one, and I had to basically, this one here's what did it in was these chunks right here, and when I cut it, it didn't break. I cut it because it then was hanging loose and wrapped around the axle, but that was easy enough to get out. But I had one on hand. It's a good idea to have a belt on hand if you mow a lot. And so we're going to put this one on. So generally, here's what you do. You lower your deck down to the lowest that you can, and that's as low as mine will go, sitting on this concrete right here. The wheels are on the ground. The scalp wheels on mine are on the ground. And then you want to look to see if there's a decal right here that'll show you how the belt basically goes. That's all the pulleys represented right there, including the front pulley being up there, and then all those pulleys that they're there. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to take the belt out of the pack, and it'll be kind of tangled up a bit, but shake it out until it makes one big loop and it's not tangled. Here's the key in changing your belt. Most mowers will have something like this, and this takes the tension off one of your idler pulley. That's what it's usually called, and you want to basically do that to it, and that's going to loosen it up greatly. And then it's just a matter of taking that belt and starting to bring it in here and follow your diagram. So it wraps around, say, this pulley, then mine goes across the whole back of everything and across that far pulley, and then it zigzags. And in some places you'll actually have the groove going into the grooved pulleys. This is a grooved pulley. In other places, you'll have the flat part going against these flat pulleys. And that's pretty much how you do it. So I'm doing this one-handed today, so I'm going to maybe put a little bit of it on and then come back here in a minute. So I've generally just got a big loop here going. I got it across the back, like you see in my drawing here. And then let's look at this pulley right here. So we've got this pulley represented here. It's here. And so it winds this way, and then the flat side goes against this pulley over here, like that. So that shows you that. And then it makes a loop, a run right up to the front, which is the motor, which actually turns all that. And the servo's up there, which empowers it when you turn on your blade. And then you'll make sure that you follow the diagram for how the rest of the loop works and double check it. So I've basically got mine all routed, but it's not tight yet. Following the diagram again, you just go back and forth and make sure that pulley runs exactly the way your diagram runs. If you can't find your diagram, look your mower up on the web and look for a belt diagram for the mower deck, which is what we're showing today. And it'll show you how to do that. So once that's done, and you want to tighten everything up, you take this bar, that will tension that pulley right there, and you want to put it back in place. And then you do want to double check that pulley. Now go around it and trace it with your eye and with your finger, and make sure that it is not rolled over, in other words, twisted in any way. If you have a twist in your belt, which means you'll probably have a double twist just to get back to a circular shape, you need to take the whole thing off and start over and have no twist in the belt when you start this, because if you have a twist in your belt, that will throw your brand new belt and possibly could ruin it too soon. It'll at least could throw it, and then you might find yourself putting it back on. But that's how you change the pulley in this Husqvarna mower, as well as several other mowers made by American Yard Products, I believe, including there's Craftsman of several years, but they no longer make them, I don't believe. But it matches up. And anyway, it's the same way you change it on most every big lawn tractor. Thanks for watching. I do want to tell you there's another pulley back there. I mean, another belt for the drive mechanism and everything. This one's for the motor. As I said, thanks for watching. Swimming in the Deep. Like, share, and subscribe.